everybody.
Welcome to Unhinged Boys Movie Reviews, and today we are reviewing
VHS Beyond.
Yeah. Have we seen the other ones? Yes, we have. Will we do
Yes,
reviews?
we have. Maybe if this one does good enough.
If it does good.
And you
wink,
write down in the
wink.
comments that you want us to cover those, we will. But
Wink, wink. Anyway,
we're gonna do VHS Beyond because that's the
Beyond.
newest VHS from Shudder.
it's the newest one. And basically, this movie, if anybody hasn't seen it, VHS is basically, it's just an anthology movie where basically the plot is that they just a group of people find tapes, and then there's like random stories inside the tapes. And right now we have 6.
And they basically just hire a bunch of, like, I guess, short films that may have already been in production or may have, like, started because they got hired on to do this. I have no idea, but it's from a bunch of different people, I would assume.
From a whole bunch of different people. But anyway.
But this one's about UFOs.
This one's about aliens, except for some of the skits where they aren't about aliens. There's like 2,
Yeah.
I think, out of the 6 that aren't about aliens, which is really weird.
I'm going to be honest. Didn't know nothing about this film when I bought it.
Yeah.
Aliens, they don't really interest me. So, that's one thing starting off with this film.
Yeah.
I went into this fresh.
When you're fresh. I don't know. I think I heard something about it, but not much.
But we start off with the first short.
Which is basically about, like, a group of what we think are cops.
Yeah.
And they're like, we gotta take down a bunch of these assholes. And they go to, like, this area. They go to, like, this
abandoned house thing.
House.
I'm just gonna say this. It's a really cool set.
Yeah.
I like the set.
And then they all go in, and it basically just turns into, like, Night of the Living Dead, like...
Kinda, yeah. Or House of the Dead.
The House of the Dead with, like, zombie stuff.
Yeah.
Because it turns out that the people who... the cops or whatever, turns out they're actually monster hunters.
Yeah.
That fight, I guess, alien monsters that come down from the sky because
or something like that.
Because some like bird creature landed on that area and then just turned everybody into like weird zombies and started turning like kids into like bird monsters.
Yeah, there's been like reports of like missing kids or something, and they were turning them into like monsters or something. Anyway, they enter the house. It's kind of like House of the Dead.
We're in the perspective of like some guy who's like a new trainee.
Yeah.
And he dies at the end.
And
then,
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure.
He gets stabbed and he's like, so this is what you feel. You all feel like monster hunters.
Pretty sure he dies.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
Either way, live or die.
Make your choice.
Basically, it was a cool skate. It was probably the best one.
Yeah, and then we just nosedive.
We nose dive into the place. Speaking of,
so
the next skate.
Yeah, which was a pop star dancing robot.
Yeah. Basically, we transitioned to like these guys who are like some like paparazzi or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got a call to go look at this, to go take pictures of this one pop star, super popular pop star. And then they go there, and then like for some reason one of them hides in her like dressing room
Or closet, or whatever it was.
And then he comes out, and she's just like...
Because he finds a head.
You want an autograph?
In a bowl.
Yeah, and she's like, you want an autograph? And he's like, no, but you can be anything, because you're a goddess.
He's literally just about to run out the door, and he's like, oh. I'm gonna talk to her.
You're a goddess. And then she's just like,
That was out of left field, but
you're
okay.
right. And then she like, I think rips her face off or something.
Yeah, she just turns into like a killer robot or something.
And it proceeds to like go out of the dressing room and just kill everybody in the studio or whatever until finally she like rips the one guy's face off.
And mind you, there's a music video in this one. Like full on. We don't even do the like it's not even like found footage at that point. It's just a music video.
It's just a really weird music video.
It did not work.
It was like, we did
for
it.
me.
But yeah, she ends up ripping some guy's face off and then wears it.
And the paparazzi just like starts taking pictures of her and like, what?
And then she attacks the paparazzi, and then that's the end of that one.
And then we go to, I believe, this is. We go to.
Where do we go, Jared?
We go to the sky. Because this one is about skydivers. Is that what it's called?
Is it?
They're not helping.
Yeah, and then there's like sky. And then we go into like a bunch of people skydiving. The third skit, people skydiving.
Yeah.
And then like
boy are these douchebags.
It's just a group of friends. We're like taking this one friend who has a birthday, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna force you to skydiving."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay." And then they're about to jump, but then like for some reason a spaceship,
a UFO pops out of the sky.
UFOs just go. Spaceship, UFOs teleporting all around, and then all of a sudden like it teleports in front of the
airplane.
The plane,
and for some reason they just do on a full-on collision, and it rips the side of the plane open.
It just
what? That doesn't make sense to me.
It just destroys the plane instead of exploding. And then for some reason there's like an alien that comes out of the spaceship.
Yeah, which was flying on top of the plane.
We don't even see the alien come out of the spaceship. It's just on the plane all of a sudden. I don't even know. And then they all land on like an orange field for some reason.
Yeah.
And the alien's still alive. A couple of their friends are dead.
The alien looks so CGI.
And the whole thing's basically just
trash.
Them running away from the alien, and then the alien like kills them all, and that's that. That's the scary. And then at the end, the guy gets like one of the guys gets like abducted.
Yeah.
So that's the end of that one. That's the end of that one, yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
What's the next one? Dog? The dog lady?
Yeah. But first, this whole thing is like, you kind of think like it's a documentary. It literally starts off as like a documentary.
As like a really shitty like history channel.
And for some reason
like
there's
ancient aliens.
There's YouTubers in this one. I don't know the YouTube channel's name. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know because I'm not subscribed to them.
Neither am I.
They do all the like they review a bunch of CGI and see what's bad or good or whatever. I don't know. I don't watch their stuff, but they're in here. So if you like them, that might be something for you. I don't know. But moving on from that, for some reason, these might be the same guys, but I don't know if they were in the skit for the dog lady.
I don't know. No, they weren't. It was just the guy that looked like one of them.
Okay. But going from that, there's another skit which is like a dog sitter.
Yeah, it was about a bunch of people like
animal activists
that are investigating a dog sitter that like apparently kills dogs.
Yes.
Or whatever, and taxiderms them.
And this is where I was just getting mad when I watched this.
It turns out she's actually turning people into dogs.
Yeah.
She's turning people into dogs. And yeah, she basically like kidnaps the people that are like, because they come in with a dog and they're like, hey, we want to have you babysit a dog, but in turn they're actually doing investigating. But then she basically kidnaps them and tries to turn them into dogs, and then other people, their friends, show up, and then it turns out she has like 2 people already made into dogs, and then it kills them, and then I don't know what, and then the mailman shows up and kills him.
I don't know what that had to do with.
The dogs killed the mailman, and then it happened.
I don't know what that had to do with any UFOs, but okay.
And then it ends. And then our second to final skit.
There's this
a lady.
Yeah, there's this person that's doing like a
shitty documentary.
Yeah, out in the desert.
Yeah, she's just talking to random people.
And
she's like, there was we seen UFOs.
Yeah, well, I didn't see them. I had a vision though.
We had a vision.
Okay. So she sees a UFO land, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna go after it. And then she goes after it in the middle of the night in the desert and goes up to it, which it has like this force field. I would say this is probably where all their money went, which was on this set.
Yeah.
In particular in the CGI, whatever they used. But there was like a invisible like cloaking field thing.
It's like a shape like a black egg or whatever. She goes into it and like it's basically kind of like a force field. She goes in and the whole thing's like weird organic bullshit. And she doesn't know what any of it does, and she hides, and then the alien basically
just goes to sleep.
Just goes to sleep because she figures out that everything's in stasis because, you know, they go into deep space and need to be in stasis. And basically the spaceship leaves and injures her, but we find out that there's like weird nano machines that fix her. So she's not in stasis, so the spaceship's about to take off from Earth, and then it takes off into hyperspace, and then she basically just explodes, and so
and it keeps bringing her back.
And it just keeps bringing her back and forth,
and mutating her with these like animals that they have in stasis.
They just keep making her into more of a monster, and then that's it.
Honestly, just these characters' like mindsets for these movies are just. I have to chalk it up to bad writing. It's just bad.
Yeah.
These are just badly made characters.
And I think the last skit, isn't it just about like some dude who like was staying in a house and then some like alien shows up?
Yeah, so they're hyping this last skit up. Like there's about 6 of them. If we missed any, you're really not missing anything. But they're hyping this skit up and they save it for the end. Because it's a documentary of where this guy went. And you know what? I don't know where he went. And I don't care. Because we see him with a video camera strapped to his head. And he goes to lay down. And then there's red lights. And then an alien over him. And he like...
It's like a super creepy alien.
The alien basically picks up the camera... and then slowly starts to put it in his mouth. And you see the inside of his mouth. And then credits.
And then that's it. That's the movie.
I honestly, I'm kind of over the VHS thing. They're kind of not my thing anymore.
VHS! We're gonna do the rest of them.
Because I'm not sure if it's like supposed to be like dark comedy. But it's just not that funny.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I kind of thought these were supposed to be like events. You know, like like they're supposed to feel real or something. I kind of thought that's what VHS was.
No, it's just random first person.
But
skits.
Ever since Shudder got it, it just I don't know. It just hasn't been very good.
Yeah, I give it a 4 out of 10.
3.
Closer to a 5.
You know what? No, I'm giving it a 2. I didn't care.
He doesn't like it. But if you like this video, watch our other stuff. And if you want to see some more VHS things and more things from us, and put it in the comments.
Definitely subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe and put a like, do the bell, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.